Okay, so had some time, thought I'd do another video since I haven't been down here in a while, like I said. This is Total Nuclear Annihilation. People typically just call it TNA. It was designed by Scott Danesi. I'm saying his name right? Danesi. It was designed by him, pretty much design, music, sound effects, pretty much everything, code. Pretty much all done by him. And then Spooky up in Wisconsin made it for him. So this was, in a way, this was kind of my introduction to new games and new pinball in general. The first pinball machine I bought was a Lost World. I got it working, and then I was like, well, I have a movie theater, I like comic books, all that stuff. Big Marvel guy. There's an Avengers game. So Troy up at Tilt Amusements in Decatur, Illinois, he had an Avengers. So I went up there. I haven't played really any of these newer games at this point. And I went up there and I was talking to him about how my wife prefers the one level play field. I said I like things to just be a little bit faster and, you know, newer than that. And out of all the games he had there, he goes, you really need to try TNA. So I went over there and played it, and I was instantly in love. So it could be that it was the first newer game that I've played in, let's say, 10 plus years, whatever. So I had no interest. So it was my introduction to the crazy light shows. This one has a sealed subwoofer enclosure inside of it. Great stereo system from the factory. Shaker motor. Just how crazy all these new machines are, pretty much like this. But this one, so I called up. He said, hey, they're only making 250 of them. This is a collector's edition. They did their first run in 2017, and I believe they did 500. Then in 2022, they announced that they're going to do 250 more of them. And this is number 188. I called them. They had a couple in stock. A couple days later, I went and picked it up. The easiest way to tell that it's a CE, a collector's edition, is the rails are like a prismatic black. If you get them in the right light, they have a lot of glitter to them. The 2017 ones are silver. Besides that, what I've done to this game, I did the mirror inserts on the side because the artwork didn't really have much artwork to it. Honestly, the mirrors are really hard to see in this game. It's not like Foo Fighters, my new Stern. The mirrors are huge, so very obvious. Can't see it right now, but the side rails, they're cut out, laser cut, and they say Total Nuclear Annihilation down the side. That's factory. But I installed a light back there that sits there and changes and makes that a lit up panel. It's like a incandescent film they put behind there. Besides that, I did some glow-in-the-dark rubbers a while ago, which, looking at it right now, they look a little dirty. Especially that post right there is real dirty. Anyway, besides that, I still love this game. I did do a new LCD screen. If you're a taller person, the factory screen, as you stood up straight, it went really gray. So it was fine if you're looking straight at it, but if you're tall, over 6 foot, grayed out. That was a cheap little upgrade, and now I can stand as tall as I want. It still has great contrast. But that's also coming from a guy that's a TV, movie theater, picture quality guy that pays attention to that stuff. No one else will probably notice. So besides that, the objectives of this game, you're essentially, I don't know, you can see her here. She's also on the back glass. She was sent back from the future to blow up nuclear reactors. So that's basically what you got to do. So pretty much a 4-step process on this game. You got the 3 yellow targets that fill out those 9 dots. This one, of course, like all my games, are set as about as easy as they can make them. So a lot of those will already be filled out whenever I start. But that's basically you're filling out the keypad to unlock the door. When the door is unlocked, you go into that drop right there. That'll shoot back out at you. That's how you go through the door into the nuclear reactor. Then you have to use one of the orbits to get up top, drop in. That will be lit up with your the temperature of the core, and you have to bounce around up there until you overheat the core. Once you overheat the core, you can let it just drop down, and it'll fall back into that hole, pop it back out. Something down here at that point will be lit up red. A red arrow will point to it to show once you hit that, it blows up the reactor. Reactor 1 is done. Reactor 1, look at my camera. Reactor 1 is done. It moves over to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have to do that 9 times. I have never done that on normal, easy mode, as easy as you can possibly make it. I have never made it past, I think, 7 or 8. Never done it. I've done it once, and it was an extreme way of cheating. Basically, I had it on 4-player co-op mode, so everybody was helping each other, and it was on 5-ball. So I essentially had 20 balls to beat the game. I did beat it, just so I could hear because every level has different music, and I just wanted to hear the ending and everything like that. But when it was over, it still said you failed because I did not do it on default settings. I doubt I will ever be that good. Even on 5-ball, with all the settings set to easy, sometimes you get to 3 or 4 and that's it. 2, so I mean, if you have a bad game. But besides that, if you spell out RAD, that will give you the mystery will light up, and then you just got to drop it down in that hole again. You get your mystery reward. They're called the Denancy lock targets or something. I think they might be named after him. But basically, those are down, and you shoot a ball up, it locks it up. Shoot a second one up there, it locks it. The third one will hit the first drop. These are all drop targets. It might be hard to see on the screen. So it'll lock the first one, lock the second one. Third one hits right here. They all drop, fall down. And then you have your multi-ball going for a while. You do have your lane saves down here, which you can change those lights around. Try to work your lane saves. When you first plunge, up there where it says core, one of those will be lit up white. If you get that without touching a flipper, that's a skill shot. If you change it, if you hit the flipper to move it over to that one, it goes through. I think it's a lower level skill shot. Man, I heard about a super skill shot. I'm trying to remember what it was. I think the super skill shot, which I've read about it and I've never even tried it, off the plunge, goes all the way around. You do not use a flipper. It hits this flipper, hits that one, and then you pop it up and get it to hit one of the drop targets up there. I think that's what it was. It was like a super skill shot or something. I don't know. I doubt I'll ever try it. So, this game also, like all my other newer games, on top of having a factory subwoofer, I add a little JBL powered sub underneath. That way the sub in here. This one sounds pretty good from the factory because it's in its own sealed box. The Stearns, it kind of uses basically an infinite baffle, and it uses the entire cab as its subwoofer enclosure. Being a car audio guy, that's just not really the best design. It's probably fine for a lot of people. But I tell you what, if you can find one of those Polk Audio SWR10s, SPR10, SWR10, something like that. They used to be under $100. Prices are going up. Now they're like $150 each. I try to find them on Marketplace used for $50, $75. Some people are still trying to get like $125 used. Kind of crazy. And I'm sure a couple of years now, I'll watch this video and I would love to play $125 for one. But as of right now, I can typically find them for about $75. You can run two machines off one sub, no problem. Because right now I have 3 subs and I have 4 machines hooked up. Haven't noticed anything. It's just one of them I haven't noticed anything. Avengers and Iron Maiden is sharing a sub. Haven't noticed anything. But anyway, so this is Total Nuclear Annihilation.
Welcome to the future.
Shakers. so crazy on this one. So right now I'm trying to fill out that keypad. I got to do the 3 on the left, it looks like. One more. Nope.
Reactor unlocked.
There we go. Unlock the reactor. I need to get it in the hole. There we go.
Please stand by for reactor.
Now I need to get it
startup
back up
sequence.
there and overheat the reactor.
Reactor online.
Yeah, it's set up easy, so it overheats really fast. You see my red arrow popped up there? Red arrow right there. I gotta hit that target.
2.
There we go. Shot it down. I got ball save turned on. So reactor 1 is done. Boom! Surprised I got that.
Lane save. Level 1.
Man, this is fast. Still working on that keypad. One more. Oh, I hit it. Come on. Hit it. I swear I hit it 3 times.
Left scoop to start reactor.
Now I have to get the left scoop. There it is. I started. Now I have to get it up top to overheat the reactor. Mystery reward is lit, so mystery reward's lit, so now you just got to get it in the scoop. So you should be able to just plunge and get it up top if you can do it good enough. There we go, good enough for me. Oh. Well, I got mystery reward, but I did not overheat the reactor, so I'll have to get up there again. Not enough.
Mystery award.
Nope. Also, I got mystery reward lit up again. Is that my last ball? Yep. Barely broke 1 million points. But you get the idea of the game. It just gets harder and harder as you get further in. You have to fill out more of the keypad. It'll have more objects you gotta hit to blow up the reactor. It just keeps going on and on. Very fun, very fast game. I did actually, like I mentioned, I called Spooky. They had a couple in stock whenever I talked to them. So I drove up to Wisconsin, Benton, Wisconsin, I believe. And I picked it up from them myself. It's about 5 hours from here. Great company. I love them. It's right now it is towards the end of June, and in January we actually ordered a Scooby-Doo. Jess really wants that Scooby-Doo from Spooky as well, so I think we're gonna get that around November time. They have a tracker, which I've seen. One time I looked at the tracker, it said December. Then a couple months goes by, I looked at the tracker again, it actually said like mid-September, September 27th or something like that the last time I looked at it. That's fine. It's going to be a wait, but from what I kind of hear right now, only about half of the code is written for it, so that's fine. Get the bugs worked out. I know like some earlier ones had some quality control issues and whatever. But they're a small company, but I really love this one. I'm hearing a lot of good things about Scooby-Doo as far as playing it. Some people say it's on the easy side. That's fine. You can set it up to be long gameplays, but you can change everything. You can make every game harder if you like. We are not good players at this household. Man, sorry, I'm just looking. I'm just seeing how dirty some of these rubber posts are. I have new ones, or I need to at least open this one. I'm probably just going to go ahead and open this one up right now and clean it. But besides that, this is TNA, Total Nuclear Annihilation from Spooky.